This is the lesson on the distributive property. There's one more property that we haven't discussed in this chapter. This one is called the distributive property. The distributive property uses multiplication to distribute a number. So the way I kind of think about it is if Mr. Grabner and I, there's two of us, are going to go out to a restaurant and we're each going to get a hamburger and we're each going to get a thing of French fries. When we place our order and it comes out, there's actually going to be 2 hamburgers and we're going to have 2 sets of French fries. We each get distributed what we ordered. So algebraically it looks like this. If we put the A gets distributed to the B, so we have A times B, and the A gets distributed to the positive C, so we have positive A times C. When the letters or numbers are bumped up like this, it just means that we're multiplying. So in this first example, we're actually multiplying the 3 when we distribute. The 3 is going to go to the 4 and also to the 5, but it's important to realize it's a plus 5. 3 times 4 is going to give us 12, and 3 times the positive 5 will give us a positive 15. In this case, we can do 12 plus 15, and that's going to give us 27. In the next example, we now have a variable. 7 times A is 7A. That's how we just write that. So 7A, 7 times A, they're bumped up next to each other. 7 times a positive 5 is going to give me a positive 35. 7A plus 35 is my answer. I can't combine the A's with the 35 because this has A's but this does not. In this one, the negative 6 is getting distributed, handing it out to all the pieces. That's a positive 4 inside. Negative 6 times x is negative 6x, and a negative 6 times a positive 4 will give me a negative 24. I don't read that negative 6x negative 24. I actually read it as negative 6x minus 24, but a negative and a minus are essentially the same thing. In here, we're multiplying the negative 7 to the b and the negative 7 to the negative 8. Negative 7 times b is negative 7b, and negative 7 times negative 8 is a positive 56. I'm going to do 2 more examples with you, and then I'm going to have you pause the video and try some of these. I call them the loopies. Underline what that second part is. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times a positive 6 is a positive 36. Because we're multiplying when we distribute. Loopies, and that's a positive 4. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times positive 4 is positive 20. Go ahead, pause the video. I want you to work on 3 through 6, and when you come back, you can check your answers. Go ahead, take a minute to check your answers. Make sure when you're distributing that you are multiplying. That's our biggest issue.